Welcome to Be Quick with Mick, the world's fastest and most amazing contingent workforce interview/game show. I'm your host, Mickey Pelletier. Here's how it works. We'll get to know our guests on a more personal level because we're more than just contingent workforce experts. We're real people. And we'll wrap up the show with a fun contingent workforce related game. And remember, it's Be Quick with Mick. The answers need to be fast and straight to the point. Before I begin, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Curately AI, an AI-powered all-in-one direct sourcing platform designed to help you hire smarter, faster, and cheaper. All right, guests, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you and what would you say you do?
I am Nancy Miller. I am currently the head of contingent workforce at Allspring Global Investments, but by nature, I am a workforce practitioner, probably like most of you watching this, and have been in the industry for more years than I will admit out loud.
Well, I'm so grateful to have you here and I'm excited to talk with you. So let's get personal. Question number one. What is a movie or TV show you can quote from memory?
Well, Mickey, I know you'll appreciate this one because I appreciated the memes that you shared around the holidays, but Christmas Vacation is one that I can't get enough of. As soon as December 1st hits, I watch it over and over and over again. And I think, "Are you serious, Clark?" is probably one of my favorite things to say. There's so many different ways that you can repurpose that phrase. I also have a coffee mug that says, "You serious, Clark?" So definitely Christmas Vacation.
It is, yeah. It's my favorite quote as well from that movie. So that's a great one. Thank you for that answer. All right, next question. If you had a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be?
I am almost embarrassed, but at my age, I'm confident in saying Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus because I am by nature very klutzy. So inevitably something will fall, break, spill, doesn't matter. I come in like a wrecking ball. I also have dogs and kids. So if you come over to my house, you're going to feel like you're walking into a wrecking ball. So I feel her on that song. I come in like a wrecking ball.
But you know it, you're mindful of it, and you own
I
it.
do.
So
I
that's
own
the
it.
important.
I own it. Unfortunately, I passed it to one of my children too. So when something spills, not a big deal. You just roll with it. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's the right attitude. That's the way to go with it. All right, next question here. What's a place you've always wanted to visit but haven't yet?
This keeps getting bumped every year. It's Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I currently have a passport that I have to renew. And it's one of those things that you're like, okay, I'm going to get to this passport thing and then we're going to book it. And renewing a passport is a pain. It's paperwork. It's all the things. So that just keeps getting pushed and pushed, but I'm coming someday.
I've been there, loved it. It was great. Totally recommend it. All right, now it's time to mix it up with our book of truth. Nancy, can you pick a number between 1 and 600 for a random question?
I'm going to go with number 313, please.
313. What's your most memorable, good or bad, airplane flight?
Oh my goodness. I'm a nervous flyer. Always have been, but I know it and I own it. I would say probably the worst would be I was stuck on the runway for 2 hours at the Dulles airport, and sitting next to me was a colleague of mine who's also a really bad flyer. So the claustrophobia set in very quickly on both of us. So that was the terrible part. On the flip side of that, the flight attendant noticed that we were both very nervous and actually gave us each a free cocktail. So kind of went from a bad to a good. But yeah.
Any wait is too long. You just want to get on your flight. So, all right. Now it's time for our challenge round where I guess we'll get to think quickly and answer some contingent workforce related question. All right, Nancy, here are your options of challenges. Pick one and I'll explain the rules. There is the yes/no opinion gauntlet, word association, never have I ever, finish the sentence, or would you rather?
Let's go with would you rather.
So I'll present you with two challenging scenarios related to the contingent workforce industry, and you have to choose one you'd rather deal with, and we'll see how many we can get through in 60 seconds here. So let me set the timer and we will get started. Would you rather manage a team of specialists who are the best in their field but difficult to work with, or generalists who are more collaborative but less skilled?
I'm going to go with generalist, as I feel like you can train to skilled for the specialist, but you can't train for collaboration always. Much harder.
Would you rather work on a project where every decision is data-driven or one where decisions are based on intuition and experience?
Data-driven, 100%.
Would you rather handle the day-to-day tasks of managing a contingent workforce program or solely focus on strategic decisions?
Strategic decisions, but I feel like that's a utopia that doesn't exist.
Would you rather work with stakeholders on a project that is super fun to work with but always behind schedule and late to meetings, things, or a stakeholder who is prompt and delivers on time, but's kind of a jerk?
Oh, define jerk. How jerky. This is really tough because I'm a data driven gal, as I mentioned, like to get things done, make decisions, but no one appreciates a jerk in the workplace. So I might go with the behind schedule and just enjoy working with that person or team.
It's a loaded question, not always easy to answer, and those are tough choices. So, Nancy, that wraps up that round. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on today's show, and I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in today, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having me. Bye.